in my Choo voice. Bash out! Xbox Live! RIP! Aha!
What the fuck?
Ladies and gentlemen, back by demand, this is the No Pyro Podcast, live and direct on a wonderful, warm and sunny Tuesday evening. My name is Total Mac, in the building. Join with me as always, my guy Swervy Lee, a.k.a. SVS Swerve, a.k.a. Swollen Pow, a.k.a. Yoko Tuna, or was it? No, I messed that up.
Sorry, man.
Is it Yoko? It's not Yoko Tuna. What is it?
It is Yoko Tuna.
It is? Oh. Okay. AKA I'm in the building. I ain't got nothing specific today. What's good with it?
Nothing much, man. Just, want to thank all 9 of you for tuning in every week and sticking with us. Even when it was the dead of winter and nowhere to go.
Man.
We appreciate y'all.
Consistent. If we know somebody will listen, it's going to be all 9. So we appreciate it. Also in the building with us, as always, his name is No Chill Drew, a.k.a. EGB, a.k.a. the Applebee's Don, a.k.a. Dollarita Drew, a.k.a.
Okay, first off. Second off, we're changing something there.
Oh.
We are no longer the Applebee's Don.
So what happened?
So I went to Applebee's again. I was giving them another shot. The last time I went before this, my chicken was basically a chew toy. I'm like, okay, I'm going to give you one more shot. So I go there. Waitress is super fucking dicky. I'm getting a to-go order. Super fucking bitchy. I'm the only one here, so I'm just running behind. It's going to be delayed. Like, all right. 55 minutes later, I finally get my food. And it's not even that good. And I'm like, okay, the Applebee's Don is dead. From now on, it's the OG. We're Olive Garden now.
55 minutes? Damn, it sounds like you waited to get a fish dinner at this spot I know.
Yo, listen, another spot that I know.
Mind you, it was 55 minutes after the time I was actually supposed to pick up. So it's not like I ordered there and then waited 55 minutes. I had ordered online, went there at the time I was supposed to pick up, and she's like, oh, it's behind. Yeah, and then I waited an extra 55 minutes.
That sounds exactly like this fish spot I used to go to.
Let me ask you a question, Swerve. Is this off of Crossman?
No, it's Genesee.
Well, yeah, I mean, the spot I'm talking about is on there, too. It's over there.
Oh, yeah.
Is it in a house?
I guess you could say that. It looks sort of like that, right? It has I believe there's an upstairs to it, but I haven't been in a while. But yeah,
is it brown?
Yeah, I mean that's a color for sure.
I love this question game. Is it on a dead end street?
No.
Okay.
I think we just lost like 4 of our 9 listeners, by the way.
No, man. I was somewhere and I sat down. I won't say the name of where I went. And the waitress came out maybe like a half hour later and goes, yeah, he's getting it ready together for you now. Another 20 go by. People who came in after us got their food for me. So, like, yo, what's going on here? Mind you, I'm sitting on these hard ass chairs with no cushion for an hour. There was no compensation. There was no, we'll take 10% off. There was no free dessert, free drink. We'll take this off. None of that.
We ain't throwing in an extra piece of haddock.
Listen, give me an extra drumstick because I think you're throwing it out tonight anyway. None of that. So, yeah, I feel your pain, Drew. Let me ask you, did they knock something off your bill?
No.
What?
The bitch had the nerve to ask for a tip.
All they did was knock some time off his life.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I'm not in the best of shape, so I mean, I need all the time I can get.
Dollarita Drew is no more, man. It's been a good run.
Yeah, he died a terrible death with the Fiend.
There also is another change happening. Now, I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Majority rules. It will be another edition of AKAs, or we can just, get rid of one for the one that I'm proposing right now. All right? So today, y'all know I'm about to make some moves. About to go out of town. Stay dangerous. So I decide, get a haircut. Also get a facial.
Hey, pause.
And I got a manicure.
Okay, I see you. You're playing quarterback for the Texans. Okay, I see you.
So I wanted to know if the name Metrosexual Mac would get added to the AKA intro.
Well, that's a little bit too long, so we're just going to call you Metro Mac.
Metro Mac. All right. Let Metro take you where you want to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was going to say the number one cardinal rule for AKAs is you can't really present them yourself. They have to be given to you.
Well, you just gave me Metro Mac, so I'll take that. My skin is feeling soft as hell. I'm not going to lie, y'all. It's going to have to be implemented into the routine now.
Like a baby's bottom?
Listen. Softer than that. Softer than that.
Okay, so when you walk into the spa, do you point to your asshole?
No, I say give me the OG. And then hook me up.
Soft like a baby lamb that can't really move anywhere?
Soft like a smooth condor who's looking for something to eat. That's soft. Soft like when I see Nyla Rose or the Ace of Spades in a wrestling ring. That kind of soft. Drew, you wouldn't know nothing about that. Drew out here poking like a 7-Eleven hot dog when you see that. So, we got a lot to get to, as always. Raw, we're going to skip SmackDown because it's a pay-per-view. We got AEW. We got Dirt. Does the avid listener have a question?
I did not get anything from him via text.
I'm pretty sure during this episode, Drew and I will argue. Probably this might be the most heated argument we'll ever have. He told me to knuckle up earlier, so I came with my knuckles. So I'm here.
Okay, can Sham Mac or Mac Shamrock?
You tried, man.
I know.
So, Drew, I'm going to ask you an important question.
Yeah.
This question was asked in thousands of arenas, thousands of times in different arenas. And millions of people heard this question as well. When it comes to this burial you think you're going to have, but it's going to be an ass whooping by me, the question is, are you ready?
To that, I'm going to answer, choo choo.
Is that a reference to Pimpin' Ain't Easy, man?
Oh, no.
No, that's not what he's doing.
Choo choo.
Oh, This motherfucker did not watch Raw. Okay, we'll get to that.
What the hell did I miss? Oh, my God.
Oh,
You know what?
I can't wait.
Listen, I was out. I was at Buffalo Wild Wings last night. The service was terrible. I was there with my cousin who was in town. and they had it playing. So I saw everything that was going on. So I saw the interaction with Shane and Braun.
Oh,
I couldn't hear anything.
you
couldn't hear anything. That's the best part.
I couldn't hear anything, so I don't know what the hell happened.
All right. No, we'll get to it. Okay, let's go to AEW first because I want you to say anything you're going to say about AEW. Oh, because I want you to walk into this almost. Okay, so.
I feel like I should have a muted heart at this point. You cheat me up to say nothing. Go ahead.
All right. I'm going to start off with Cody versus Pentagon. By the way, this is their St. Patrick's Day Slam, so it's a special episode of Dynamite.
Here we go with this bullshit. Go ahead.
And they treated your man like a slam too.
Hey, he got tossed up.
Having him open up for a second time in a row.
So Cody got the win. We're all shocked. Afterwards, Pentagon attacked Cody again. Worked on his shoulder until the Nightmare Family came out to make the save, except for Cutie Marshall, who showed up like, oh, sorry, you okay? That was okay. But then we transition over to, dinner time, and some people like to have dinner for dinner. Some people like to have breakfast for dinner. Jade Cargill likes to have ham and eggs for dinner because she's wrestling Danny Jordan. Now, surprising fact, this is Jade Cargill's third match, period. Not like, third match in AEW, but, she's worked all the... No, third match, period.
Yeah, we don't do dark. You know what I mean? We get right to it.
She looked good for a third match. Like, you could not tell. Jade is real good. But she whooped this girl's ass.
She's the next big thingstress.
Can I say something here?
Yeah.
AEW has a superior women's roster.
Yeah.
Katie.
Whoa. What?
You don't think so?
No.
Who's better on WWE's roster than
Scorpio Sky is like
not on the women's roster.
Say what?
Scorpio's not on the women's roster.
Wait,
Okay, let's just dead this conversation because we don't even know what he's talking about.
Wait, I'll make somebody up. Who's oh my god. I used to do this with Omega and Hangman. Oh my god, I'm forgetting somebody's name. What is her name? She's a champion.
Well, that shows how much better they are. Let's go to the next thing.
Sheeta?
Yes.
Okay, so you literally could not get more different than Sheeta and Scorpio Sky.
It was two S's.
They could not be more different.
It was two S's, man. Come on, forgive me. I'm sorry.
Hikaru Shida and Scorpio Sky.
Listen, I'm on vacation mode. I'm sorry.
That's a hell of a vacation.
Yeah, I know. But let's stay here for a second. Swerve. I will give you Charlotte.
You gotta give me more than that.
Sasha. And Asuka.
And Bayley. And Rhea Ripley.
Well, hang on. Rhea
And
Ripley was only
there.
up on the main roster for one day.
I don't care how long she's been there. You talking about women's talent, ain't you? He about to name some people from Dark that don't even get airtime. I ain't having it.
I'm not gonna do that. But
Jade is impressive, but she's not the whole women's roster. So let's please dead this conversation.
But she's really good though.
Britt Baker's a better star than a lot of the women in WWE.
Rio's pretty decent.
Come on, Drew makes fun of Rio all the time. Now you want a Rio?
Thunder Rosa's really good. I know you guys make fun of Nyla Rose a lot, but she's really talented.
Yeah, all right, guys. Okay, whatever. I'm not even interested in taking this one.
Okay.
5-on-5 Survivor Series match. Say they got more hitters over there at AEW.
Okay.
The eighth or the sixth best women's wrestler is freaking Natty.
They can't even lace Lacey's boots.
You don't think so? I'll say this.
Did you
man.
say they can't lace Natty's boots?
No, Lacey's boots.
Yeah, Lacey's boots.
Lacey Evans?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hip tossed.
Lacey can't win on pay-per-view to save my life, Evans. Get the fuck out of here.
Knee drag.
Gun to her head. That girl could not even get a count out win on pay-per-view. Armbar.
You know who Lacey Evans is, who she should be, and what we need to get back to in wrestling is really good managing. She should be a manager,
Especially in her current condition.
She's very good on a microphone.
She's managing that baby right now.
Well, yeah, I hear you. But Swerve.
You're right, Mike. Max, she is really good on them, Mike. That's why she's pregnant.
Exactly.
No, she's not. Because if she was good, then she wouldn't be pregnant.
No, I mean, 2 seconds, man. Quicker than a double-sided car wash. In and out. I will say, before we move on, when we get to WWE Swerve, I got bad news for your girl, who is wearing matching outfits with Sasha Banks. Good for her. That's why I want to put her up there because it ain't looking.
Too what?
I said I ain't want to put her up there because it ain't looking too good for her. Post Mania, in my opinion.
So, the next thing we have is MJF and his group doing very much an evolution type. Oh, I got it. Okay, Echo's gone. They're doing very much an evolution type thing where you see them at the airport getting off the plane right into a limo. And then it goes to their promo in the ring. MJF does his promo, and he mentions first and foremost that the group's name is The Pinnacle. And then he cuts a promo, and quite honestly, I forgot how good he is as a promo. He's solid. I fucking love his promo.
Is he better than female talent Scorpio Sky?
Oh. He is better than female talent Scorpio Sky.
Ain't gonna let me live, huh?
Do you remember when Scorpio Sky came to the ring when Kid Rock was playing all the divas in at WrestleMania 25?
Get him confused with him and Sonny Kiss.
So MJF took a lot of shots at Chris Jericho. Said that every time he had to listen to him speak, he had to fall back farther than his hairline. It pisses Jericho off that MJF still has 25 years left, while Chris Jericho's on his last leg. And basically, he's just completely destroying Jericho this entire time. Great promo. I liked it. I do see this turning out to be a War Games type thing between these two. So that's my prediction.
Do you hate that? Do you hate that MJF took the low-hanging fruit when it comes to talking about Jericho's age?
No, because I mean he's MJF. He should be taking a low-hanging fruit. The fact they're farther apart than Jericho's pecs, it's great.
Long term, what do you see for him, man? Because I mean,
I can see now that he's the leader of his own faction. I can see him realistically in the world title picture.
I can't hear a thing, guys.
Okay, can you hear me?
I hear you now.
Okay. Realistically, now that he runs his own faction, I can see him in the world title picture. When he was with the Inner Circle, obviously I couldn't because he's not the leader. He's one of the people in there. Now I can see him realistically in that top level tier.
Oh my God, they're so loud.
I'm about to say, who was that? Somebody asked you, was your fool good?
What is going on?
Oh man, I gotta get out of here.
They literally sound like they're breathing down your neck, yo.
They sound like they're in the other room.
I'm on the second floor and they are outside. I promise you. I don't even know who they are.
God damn.
Oh yeah, I know you up there hot boxing, so you got the window open. I feel you.
That's why I had to go get a new fan, man. I gotta unbox it.
All right. I want MJF to be champion, and I want a long reign. I'm talking longer than the Ambrose Moxley reign. And his heel faction, they should have a nice run too. Just laying people out. Give me a while with that. I mean, I don't know if that works with Jericho because remember, Swerve, if you are listening, it was one Dollarita Drew who said that you can't have a heel versus heel. And now look what we have.
But because of the way that he did the inner circle,
boy,
I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Jericho's faction came back as not a babyface, but the one that the fans cheer for, if that makes sense. Like the anti-hero of the two.
But Jericho's never been an anti-hero. I don't think he gets off on that.
We can't. This dude got a fucking house plan over. He can fucking talk on that.
What do you mean?
He could get it over.
I don't know. I don't think he takes pride in being the face.
I think it would be tough for him to be an anti-hero with the group. So if you're telling me he's going to be that by himself, that's one thing.
I'm not saying that that's going to be his permanent role. I'm saying for the feud that they're doing, I can see him being in that role, at least for that time period.
So you're telling me for 2 months straight, he's not going to resort to any heel tactics?
Well, that's what an anti-hero is that he might, but he's not going to be the full-on heel. He's not going to be the one insulting the crowd. He's not going to be the one, trashing, whatever town they're in, Florida. He's going to be the one who is, his goal is, I want to kick the shit out of the heel. That makes the fans cheer him.
Kind of what Moxley is right now.
Yeah.
I want to see MJF win too, but only to slow build the inevitable transition of power between him and Wardlow.
Swerving with these big guys, man.
Listen, man, he's gonna have his Batista moment, man. It's coming.
I bet they're just priming him up right now, huh? You're right, though. It's always the one that's next in line to get that kind of push. Always. That is like a wrestling artifact. Well, we'll see what happens. Let's continue on, Drew.
So the next match was trash. It was a 10-man tag.
Oh, God, please stop.
Jurassic Express of Bear Country taking on Matt Hardy, Private Party, Butcher, and Blade.
Doesn't surprise me that Matt Hardy's in this.
Yeah, Matt Hardy's team gets the win. We're going to just move on from that. And then...
Every time I hear Bear Country, I think about those old jackets called by the company Bear Force.
Yeah, shout out to Bear Force, man. For the 4 people who know what Bear Force is, including me and Swerve. Find a way to get them on the horn, please. They can sponsor us.
Listen, if you didn't, you had to squint because you thought there was a first down if you didn't look close enough.
Come on, man. Come on.
So next up, we have Tony Schiavone with the microphone, and you know what that means.
Slurping on his Sting pop.
You know what I mean? Corn dog
Sting! So Sting and Darby Allin are out. And like clockwork, Lance Archer comes out, says he's going to put Darby Allin in a body bag. Taz comes out with Team Taz, starts talking their shit. Before they could finish, Brian Cage acknowledges his respect for Sting and said Ricky Starks is wrong. With or without the bat, Sting is still the icon. He leaves. Taz is like shook. We don't need this. I'm going to move on. Then we have what just seems like Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston cutting outtakes in the back. Just talking shit about the Good Brothers. They do the Wolfpack side. Oh, I've seen that before. I think I saw it on TNT a few years back, more than a few years back. They come out, they wrestle the Good Brothers in a tag match. Moxley and Kingston win. After the match, Omega comes out. They beat down Moxley and Kingston. They put the chair around Kingston's ankle and step on it. They're about to do the same to Moxley's neck before the Young Bucks come out. They get into like a kind of like an argument. Young Bucks kind of walk out on Kenny Omega. That shows the splinters in their team. This was after earlier in the night the Young Bucks were cutting a promo and Don Callis, came out and talked some shit to the Young Bucks. It was actually really solid how, the Young Bucks lost it. They're not as good as they used to be. Right now they're just shells of their former selves, and they're just basically hanging on to the belts. So good shit. Next up, we have Rey Fenix taking on Angelico, because that's where Rey Fenix's talents lie. We're just going to skip right past that to the main event. Unsanctioned lights out match. So this is another gimmick they love to do so much, but this time I really felt it worked. Where they're like, lights going to turn out. When they turn back on, it's unsanctioned. And essentially, they are giving the payoff to this feud that's been going on between Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa for months. Did you guys see this match? Did anyone see this match?
Yes.
What did you think of the match?
I thought, why did Britt Baker lose?
Because
that's Dr. Britt Baker to you.
Well, she lost that.
You want to know why she lost?
Why?
Because now they come back at a later time. Okay.
I'm sorry, say it again. There's an echo.
So now she can come back at a later time saying, I never lost. You pinned me outside the ring. And they can continue the feud at a later time with Britt Baker saying that she was fucked over.
Okay.
I'm watching as we speak, and
I
have a problem with what looks like nail paint, which is blood. I don't know if that's real.
On who?
On Baker.
Yeah, wait a little bit. No, that's real.
Crimson Baker?
What was that, a blade?
Yeah, like... she bleeds like Lesnar.
Oh, God.
Another reason that I agree with her losing is she doesn't need the win.
How many times are we going to say that?
Well, I mean, it's the fucking truth. She is a bigger star than Thunder Rosa in AEW. Let me ask you something. When you think of the women's division, you don't necessarily think of Britt Baker. Or, I'm sorry, you don't necessarily think of Thunder Rosa. So by her winning, it helps both of them. Britt Baker looks like a badass. Thunder Rosa gets the win.
Okay, but you said that this was AEW's payoff for this.
Right.
So if you're making Thunder Rosa look badass, or you're making her and Baker look badass, one has to believe greener pastures are, in the next hallway in front of them.
Right, but at the same time, Britt Baker could still succeed without a win here.
Why? Because she's a doctor and she has other ways of getting money?
No, because she's still a huge star in AEW.
I feel like Britt Baker is at the time when Omega wasn't champion, everybody knew he was the best in the locker room. This is what Baker is. what I feel like. But she doesn't need a championship to prove it.
Precisely. That's why I honestly, my personal opinion is the championship would weigh her down. And I say that because she's spent the last, 4 to 6 months feuding with Thunder Rosa. They've only had 2 matches, but they spent the last 4 to 6 months feuding with each other. If she had that belt, she would have to be in individual feuds with all the different contenders.
Are you trying to tell me that this feud was on the level of DDP and Macho Man?
Oh my God.
Is that what you're trying to tell me right now?
I'm not saying that.
Swerve, I
Come on, Abby.
I don't even know what to say to that. I don't know what to say to that.
You hear me, Abby? Huh? Is it on that level?
But the way that Thunder Rosa ended Britt Baker was fucking amazing. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. It was a great finish.
Every time I see thumbtack spots, by the way, I fucking cringe. Especially when they roll back on them. Oh, I fucking hate that shit.
When I see that, and also when I see the stack of chairs, I know something's gonna go bad. But yeah, this was a good match. And kudos to AEW. Listen, I'm giving AEW their flowers today before I go ape shit on Drew. AEW knows how to finish a rivalry.
For the most part. Because let's face it, for every match like this, we get a fucking doctor office brawl between Britt Baker and Big Swole.
I think that might be bullshit that they just wanted to get off.
I think it was mainly just because her knee was fucked still.
Yeah, that could be the case. I don't think it was, hey, we feel like the payoff for this is going to be worth the build-up. So we're going to do this. No, you might be right. Might have been catering to somebody's injury.
But this was solid. This was on TNT too. So, kudos to them for not saving this for the pay-per-view.
Yeah, that could have been a 4.5 4-star match.
So that's what I was going to ask, because they never showed ECW during the daytime for that specific reason. So you think they're not going to catch any heat for doing this?
No, because ECW was ECW wasn't during the day because of their reputation. It wasn't necessarily for their content; it was for their reputation. Other wrestling promoters put it in network TV heads that, you can't show this shit during the day. Also, they were crucifying motherfuckers. So their shit was a little bit more hardcore than, what they did on AEW.
Yeah, but when you see matches like that, that's who they trigger.
Who? The crucified crowd?
Well, I mean, yeah. They want that. I feel like AW might want that guy or gal who used to watch, TNN back in the day, or your local Channel 18, and see ECW and see spots like this. Because who else are these type of matches for? They're not for the people.
Yeah, I mean, they're for the people who like hardcore wrestling matches. They're not for kids. I mean, they know that they're not getting the demographic that WWE is aiming for, which are the kids. So they aim for that 18 to 35 demographic.
That's disrespectful, man.
What?
I said that is disrespectful.
Why?
Because they're not aiming for the kids.
They're not aiming for the kids.
Not just the kids, no.
Oh, okay.
He just called WWE the Nintendo Switch.
Right. No, even worse. He called WWE the controller that's not plugged up into the system that you hand your little cousin.
Oh, okay, so okay, they're not aiming for the little kids.
No.
So putting a cape on Neville and making him seem like Mighty Mouse, that's not for the kids?
Hey, man, he the one who bought into it. He don't have to do it if he don't want to do it.
I mean, he didn't walk out.
He still put it on, though.
All I'm saying is you don't make your content TV PG unless you're aiming for that PG crowd.
Yeah, you're right. Because, when I go to PBS or, Nick, and when I watch it, they have Lana and Bobby Lashley laying in the bed. Because that's what, you make TV for kids.
I mean, hey, have you ever watched an episode of Victorious? That shit goes on.
No.
First episode of that show, they were in the hot tub together, man. That shit goes on. You ever watch My Brother and Me on Nickelodeon back in the day? Man, those parents were about to get it raw in the fucking kitchen.
How do you
Every
remember?
time you see the parents, man, they're fucking all over each other.
Drew was talking about the 90s, man. We ain't talking about that no more.
God damn, dude.
I'm just saying, man. AEW, just like WWE, can sprinkle in there a little bit of, hey, kids, this is G-rated content for you. Plus,
I think I heard 2 S-bombs come from WWE this past week.
That was on there. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that was on their normal show. I think that was on the Raw Talk. And
no, it was during the shows. I don't watch Raw Talk.
Oh.
Well, yeah, because Drew McIntyre let one off on Raw Talk. But before that, it was MVP on Raw who said shit. And I don't know the other reference. But yeah. I do notice, though, a lot of companies are letting the word shit get sprinkled in there a lot more. Because back in the day, the word shit was like you flipping over salt shaker.
It was the second most forbidden word.
Right. You flip the salt shaker over and ain't no salt coming out. Now they like the Olive Garden cheese. Say when. That's how that word is like getting put on your plate now.
I'll let you sprinkle till your hand get tired.
I just want to see the motion you're doing.
It's just so sad, man.
Hey, man, as long as I get a laugh or a comment, that's why I'm here. But yeah, I mean, Drew, I hear what you're saying. There's definitely a lot of children-oriented content in WWE, but they're not stupid. Hey, Mom, I want to watch Raw. Hey, Mom, can we go to Raw? Get the pay-per-view. I want WWE Network. I want Peacock. I want to see Sasha Banks. I want to see Sheamus. I want to see my favorite. I want to see New Day. I mean, that's the easiest way to get money. I can't fault them for that.
I mean, hey, that, like I said, that's their demographic. AEW is going after a different demographic. It's a pivot.
If you looked at both of the names, you would think WWE was going after the AEW demographic. It's called Raw, and it's on Peacock. If you just said those without knowing anything, without knowing any context, you would think it was something else.
But nobody under the age of 15 watches TNT at all.
But that's my problem with AEW. Like, that quote unquote certain demographic train is only going to go so far.
Yeah, but they're not trying to be the next WWE. I get that they sign a lot of people that are from WWE.
And they take a lot of jabs from WWE. But they're not trying to be nothing like. Yeah.
They're not trying to be exactly like them as far as we got to be on Peacock. We got to do this. We got to do that. They understand we have to go after our own demographic.
Well, you got to give it time.
Exactly.
Well, when I see Grumpy Cat co-hosting Dynamite, I'll say you're right.
I
Well,
mean,
you gotta understand.
Shaq ain't enough.
Right. That's a girl. Right. You gotta understand. Man. The revenue stream is bountiful at that point. So if you're AEW, I mean, you get in the business to make money, not to satisfy a core audience. So, and if that satisfaction runs out, bet you with me, you're gonna see a Nickelodeon type of wrestling match.
But how do you make money if you're not satisfying your core audience? Unlike WWE, they don't have 50 years worth of content to allow you to subscribe to go back for your nostalgia. They don't own the video rights to 4 different companies. They go back and fulfill your nostalgia. They have to fulfill fan happiness on their current product to make money.
Well, yeah, you're right. But slow and steady wins the race, though. So I mean, you have to build up that inventory.
Right, and that's how you do it is you make the core audience that you're going after happy. That's how you do it. You know, I'm sure that there's a lot of people who subscribe to the WWE Network and going on Peacock, not for the current product. They go on there because they want to watch stuff from 90s, from 80s. They want to watch that content. They don't give a fuck about the current product.
But remember,
WWE's still making money off of it.
But remember, AEW a couple months back crank yanked us with this infusion between them and Impact. Is Shady gonna buy them? And when people said that Shady might have an interest in buying Impact, people were excited. But then they had these promos saying that Omega's gonna be on Impact with Don Callis, and then Shady Khan will come on and say, "Oh yeah, I have all this money. I can buy Impact if I wanted to, but I'm not."
Well, so first and foremost, it's not Shadi Khan, it's his son Tony Khan.
Well, Shady's the one with the big money.
Second off, they have no intention of buying Impact. It's a working agreement. Obviously, he's talking his shit. He's getting people riled up, and he's getting people interested. And the fact that 2 people who don't give a fuck about AEW or Impact are talking about it shows that it is working.
Who's the 2 people?
You two.
I care for AEW.
You don't give a fuck about them.
Yes, I do.
Bury them every chance you get.
I don't. But here's what I do bury, and I've explained this to Uwap, who he doesn't get it. When a motherfucker comes out and proclaims himself King Edward IV, and they don't do king shit, that's when I get at him. You say you're going to be better than WWE. You haven't proved it. You've made numerous ads and commercial 30-second spots jabbing WWE. You haven't shown improve. You take their wrestlers. You take their gimmicks. It's like it's okay to go left, but don't go left 3 times in order to make a right. That's my whole thing. There's times where you watch AEW. I'm not the only one who's ever said this. You're getting, what's his face? What's his last name? Oh God, I can't think of his name. Who used to fight with Cornette? I get those vibes.
Oh,
Vince
Russo.
Not Kevin. I'm thinking Kevin Dunn. I get Vince Russo vibes. It's like, yo, do y'all want to be WWE, or do y'all want to be WCW, or do y'all just want to be yourself?
Or do y'all want to be the NWO?
It's just really hope you keep that energy when we talk about Fastlane and Raw.
Dude, Fastlane was a good pay-per-view. I don't care what you say.
Okay.
Did you watch all of it?
I watched the majority of it when I wasn't having technical issues.
Oh, that's what you gonna talk about those Peacock specific issues?
Right. I mean,
because it's like What did AEW have? NBA music playing over their broadcast last week or week before that?
He ain't talking about those, man. So I don't know.
And
I'm not having to pay for Dynamite, so
they've been doing it for 2 years. You still hear stuff like that? Come on, man.
Hey, it's WrestleMania season coming up. If it goes dark during a WrestleMania match, that's gonna be an issue. I don't give a fuck about NBA music playing over the fucking PA for a free TV show.
You know, Swerve, for somebody who knows a company rolls out something that it's not always going to be perfect, and he understands it. But when it comes to WWE, boy, that team better be perfect.
You've had 60 years to perfect it.
Oh my God.
Oh, really? Streaming's been around that long?
Yo, their company's been around that long. They're the Joe Biden of pro wrestling. Get off the fucking pot already.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, before we get into Fastlane, did anyone watch the Broken Skull Ranch Challenge thing with Randy Orton?
Nope.
I did not.
I did. And I did so you didn't have to.
Thanks, man.
You're such a great WWE fan. Go ahead, Drew.
I mean, I'm paying for it. I might as well.
You know, Drew treat WWE like that uncle who, touched him in a place he shouldn't have been touched, but keep giving him money.
Are you like, projecting on us right now? Like, is this a cry for help? That one?
No, man.
When you say you're fine, but you're really not fine.
You can see the eyes.
So I just want to say, watching that, I have more respect for Randy Orton. And okay. I say this because talking one-on-one to Austin, you could tell when somebody's being genuine and when somebody's shooting shit and just blowing smoke. A lot of the stuff Orton was saying felt like he was being genuine, and he was being very humble about a lot of shit. For instance, he acknowledges without his father, he'd probably be washing cars somewhere. He's like, yeah, I would not be where I am without the help I got.
Cowboy.
He's like,
CBBO.
Yeah, he's like, there's no way I would be in the position I am. Now, mind you, he didn't rely on anything besides his father just calling WWE for a shot. His father's not in the back like, oh, you should give my son, this or that. His father stays out of that shit. He's not like another Cody who every 5 minutes is like, hey, you know who my dad is, right? You know who my dad is. But it's, hey, can you at least like make a call, see if they'd be interested in me? So that is kind of cool that he acknowledges that. He also acknowledges that he's a shit promo, so that's nice. He talked about a lot of shit during his career and the fact that, like, right before Rated RKO, he was in like a dark ass time. It's very interesting. I recommend it. Just like the fact that he has respect for a lot of guys like Undertaker and all the shit that happened with like Evolution and stuff, and a lot of behind the scenes. It was actually very interesting to watch.
What does that really mean when you're in a dark time?
A lot of drugs and alcohol and a lot of partying
and cheating. Okay, that's what I thought.
So he got suspended from WWE. He almost got the 3 strikes. In fact, he did get a 3rd strike, but they said, "Oh, it wasn't in the time frame."
3 Strikes is one of my favorite B movies.
So,
is
that with oh God, Brian Hooks?
Yes, it is.
He says in modern WWE in the past year, he got permission to cut 2 unscripted promos. That he had to go hard on Vince to let him do it. The first one was the promo he did with Beth Phoenix for Edge.
Oh my God, that was good.
And the second one was the one that he was doing with Drew McIntyre. where Drew McIntyre had said that, Randy Orton should have been fired when he got the 3 strikes instead of Drew McIntyre, who got fired at around that same time. And Randy cut this fucking seething promo. They showed a clip of it. He's like, you know what, Drew? You're right. I should have been fired. I should have been gone. I got my 3 strikes. I was a piece of crap. I should be gone. But I wasn't fired. You want to know why? Because I'm more valuable than you to this company then, and I'm more valuable to this company now. And I could do whatever I want. Because at the end of the day, I bring more value, I bring more dollars, I bring more entertainment than you ever will. And just the way he cut it, I'm like, yo, stop fucking scripting this guy's promos. Because these 2 promos he cut, great.
But he cut down to the bone, though.
Which is sometimes what you got to do, especially when, that's your gimmick, is the Viper, like, cut down to the bone. And it was real. And he talked about real shit.
Do you think McIntyre felt the way about that when he heard it?
No, because he even talked about it. After they wrestled, Drew McIntyre pulled him aside. He's like, "Hey, thank you," because the selling that he did during their match. He's like, "You helped me during this run than anyone has," because Randy Orton went out of his way to make sure to make Drew McIntyre look like he was fucking him up during that entire Hell in a Cell match. Because he wanted to get over that Drew McIntyre was a powerful guy. And even during the interview, he was putting Drew McIntyre over big time. So I don't think that they have any issues. I think that it's like, hey, talk about me getting fired, talk about you getting fired, let's go like this.
Well, I will say
so they just went straight battle rap. Gloves are off, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, and he even brought up the fact that Drew McIntyre was a shit promo when he was first here. And as soon as he left, that's the one thing he worked on, was his promo. And he came back as a better promo.
It's like Cassidy and Hitman Holla.
I don't know who that is, but yeah.
Swerve's laughing because he's laughing because it applies. Oh, man. Oh, big middle finger to Drew McIntyre. I'll get to it in a second when we cover Fastlane.
But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. If you guys haven't watched it, I recommend checking it out. It's pretty good. Randy Orton can be a dick at times, and he'll be the first one to tell you that. But he definitely seems like he's mellowed out a lot and very humble about everything he has. Like, he's not sitting there going, "Oh, I earned all this shit and I deserve everything." He's like, "Yo, I'll be the first one to tell you, this is like 90% fucking luck."
Everybody gets humble when they get older, so it's really not
Hulk Hogan.
Things.
Oh, by the way, it's Hall of Fame time. I just want to say fuck Lex Luger. I just want to say that. Let's get out of the way. But if you guys want to move on to Fastlane, we can do that.
I just want to say fuck the WWE and fuck Hulk Hogan. And fuck you too, Titus. For you agreeing to that bullshit.
I don't think Titus agreed to it. I think it was like, "Hey, Titus, you're doing it."
I'm not
because
sure.
He was liking quite a few tweets burying Hulk Hogan.
Maybe Hogan's like, "Hey, it'll look good, if you appear on screen with me, because over the years, I know I've said some harsh things about you guys, and it just would mean the world to me if I could just have the forgiveness of the locker room, and you would just, bring me to that by hosting WrestleMania with me, brother."
If I could just if I could just have one of you near me, not grimacing, That would be great. You know, it'll be good. My daughter's not here. You don't have to worry. Or I don't have to worry. You know, as long as, hey, my car is gonna be in the parking lot. Just don't touch it. My coat's over there. Just don't like write on there or anything. Do you guys still do crack? Because I don't want to be around that.
Hey, Vince. Yeah, Hogan here. Got this idea. Pretty gnarly. Want to host Mania? Yeah. Oh, I need a co-host. Okay. Bobby Lashley. Oh no, he's wrestling. Okay. What about that New Day fella, Big E? No. Kofi? No. Apollo? No. Ahmed Johnson? No. You know he needs the money. They finally got down to Titus Worldwide, and there it is.
Oh, by the way, Hulk Hogan looked at it and went, "I said Ahmed."
Jesus Christ.
You know, Hulk Hogan's like, so are we like superimposing us next to each other? Oh, I gotta be actually near him. Oh,
just think when they're at the gorilla position when Mania opens, and he goes, "Ready to do this, brother?" Titus like, "Yeah, man, let's go ahead and do this. Shock the world." He's like, "Social distance, motherfucker. Stay away from me."
Hulk Hogan, Titus Worldwide over here. Titus, I see you in the Fusillo commercials. I just want to let everyone know you have full permission to be in that car. Oh my god, dude, it's like 10 seconds into the show.
Titus Worldwide? Not in my world, brother.
As long as my daughter's not part of that worldwide.
Oh my god. If there's anything that will make me bury WWE, it is this right here. I don't even want to watch WrestleMania. Because why the fuck are you still pandering to this dude?
Also, yeah, Mick Foley's trying to get Lex Luger in the Hall of Fame. So fuck Lex Luger and fuck Mick Foley. Because he'll still be alive. So you're a piece of shit, and so is Mick Foley for trying to get you in the Hall of Fame.
My man did zero time for that too.
Yeah. He just, you know, he had a stroke and was like, oh, I turned my life around. I made a few mistakes. You fucking killed Miss Elizabeth. If Randy Savage was alive right now, he'd probably fucking kill you. Like,
he had her on them pills, didn't he?
Yeah, well, it was a domestic violence accusation originally because she was all like cut up and shit, and then they both went home and they both OD'd. He pulled through. She died. But yeah, he had her on all that fucking shit.
Well, he's confined to a wheelchair now, though, right?
Yeah, you know, couldn't have happened to a better person.
Oh, come on, man. I don't want to play God. I don't play him on this podcast or on TV or in real life.
Hey, I'm not God. I just play one on TV.
But damn. All right. Let's get to Fastlane.
All right.
Did you watch?
A little bit. Like I said, my feed was cutting in and out, and I got frustrated.
You're not Swerve.
Oh,
I know you tried to watch, but Swerve, are you there?
I haven't heard him.
Sorry, I had to mute because it was some reggaeton or something playing outside really loud. So I'm trying to hear it. Yes, I watched in its entirety with no issues.
Same here.
Streaming on the WWE network.
Well, I was on Peacock and I was good.
Yeah, that's your Peacock.
Yeah, I hear you.
Vince, just put the tip in. Oh, brother.
Dude.
And that's what he was doing, occupying himself yesterday for 55 minutes at Applebee's. In the back trying to nail the fry guy.
Hey, man, I haven't been to Applebee's in like a week and a half.
Yeah, I know.
I went to Hibachi Grill this weekend, so.
Oh, shit.
Well, we saved it up finally.
Young Stimmy. Boys get the Stimmy and go to Hibachi's now, huh, man?
Yeah. Hey, that was my first time going to Hibachi Grill, man. From now on, the only dining I'm going to be doing is with a Japanese man encouraging me to eat.
Okay, now let me before we get to fast lane, we're foodies. I have to ask, Drew. I think you've seen this video. I hope you've seen this video. I'm going to ask you if you see the video. Then I have a follow up. Did you see the Salt Bay video with Amari Cooper?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a problem with Salt Bay putting meat in your mouth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you have a problem Salt Bay putting meat in your girl's mouth?
Listen, Salt Bay gonna be dead, Bay.
So funny thing is, so this Japanese guy, he's like, first we have fun, and he grabs like a bottle, and he's like, he's telling like the people around the table, open your mouth, I'll squirt it in your mouth. Pause. My girlfriend was first, so she's like, okay. So he squirts. She doesn't realize she has to tell him when to stop, or else he will keep going. So she closes her mouth and just takes a facial of this shit, and then gulps down and realizes it's sake.
Oh yeah, about to get lit.
Yeah. So she's like, so now her not only does her throat burn, but her eyes burn because she's taking this shit right in the face.
Yeah.
Needless to say, I turned down the Page special.
Well, you wifey get lit, you gotta get lit with her, man.
You didn't have him sprayed on the championship belt?
I didn't have the NXT title with me.
You should have said, excuse me. Can you give me a little bit of the bubbly?
Here's the thing that's like really disrespectful. It's not just that the dude came on the belt, it's that he was a ham and egger.
That's what makes it even better.
He knew exactly what he was doing, dude.
He's like, yeah, work this on the dark match.
Oh man, a ham. At this point, dude, that's moons over my hammy right there.
Oh.
He's upgraded himself. All right.
Let's get on to this pay-per-view. So the dark match. Riddle defending the U.S. Championship against Ali.
Very good match.
Riddle gets the win, and then the fucking stable that they've been hyping for months breaks up on the dark match for Fastlane. Oh, what a fart in church. As Retribution turns on Ali and breaks up.
Hopefully this will mean a singles push for Ali.
It doesn't.
Well, before we get to dirt, I'm just going to bring it up. Andrade, he's gone.
Yeah.
So maybe the spot they were saving for him will now go to Ali. Maybe. Because why else would they do this now? This is kind of a sudden turn.
Yeah.
What I will say after the match, where it was him and Shinsuke, or I don't know if that was Raw. No, it couldn't have been Raw. I think it was Fastlane, where he's talking about this fucking scooter idea. Please do not put a camera in front of him anymore. Like, he's a good wrestler. You don't wear boots. I got past that. Now I have to just, mute my TV when you're on it talking. Because he's, bro, I got the skateboard and the surfboard and this, bro, and that. It's like, yo, enough.
Matt Riddle reminds me of that stoner in high school who always sleeps in class, yet somehow passes.
Yeah.
And he just annoys the fuck out of you in between classes, and you're just like, yo, how the fuck are you not like held back to 6th grade?
Yeah. So, yo, what colleges did you get accepted to? Well, Oxford, Cambridge, what's the Harvard of the North? That one. Oh, and Columbia.
Those are the ones whose parents be knowing people.
Yeah.
Yeah, like his dad did a guest spot on Who's the Boss or something.
How did you pull that out of your ass? Out of all the shows in the lexicon of TV, Who's the Boss is who you go with. I don't know Who's the Boss. Oh my God. How odd is that? Oh my God. What's the next match, man?
So we got the women's tag belts. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler taking on Bianca Belair.
Here's where it goes bad. So Sasha and Bianca's feud got sped up very quickly, thanks to my girl Nia. Swerve.
Yes, sir.
Give me your thoughts as you watched.
It was just a match to get them to have a dispute. That's all. I didn't think anything other than that.
Where do you think the respect angle is in feuds, quote unquote, now? Because you don't see that anymore. I know we get it post match where they shake their hands, but you know, before two superstars wrestle each other, it's always I have to identify as a heel or a face. There's never one where they can identify together as mutual respect. And I thought that's the way that they were going to go with this one.
I think that is sometimes saved for when the caliber of the superstar are on par with each other. Like you can pull it off for sure, but I don't think it was here yet. I mean, everybody knows that Sasha was going to have to be a heel out of this one. So just by the way that the path that Bianca was going didn't make sense for her to be the one to turn. So it was going to have to be Sasha.
Okay. We got a WrestleMania preview show in a couple weeks. I'm going to ask you this question now, and I'm going to ask you it then. Does this go past Mania?
This feud can go past Mania because it's not actually starting until Mania. So yeah, it can go past Mania.
All right. Give me a 3-match delight. Don't give me 7 matches of these. Because I got a feeling WWE's going to have a pay-per-view in 2 weeks after Mania. The 11th and 12th. Or the 10th and 11th, I mean. All right. So yeah, Nia and Shayna retain thanks to the inadvertent collision that they had. So now that adds more fire to the Bianca and Sasha. What we got next, Drew?
We got Big E taking on Apollo Crews in a singles match for the Intercontinental Championship.
Now this was comical.
Why is Big E trying so hard, man?
This was so funny. Oh man, I'm not buying the Big E seriousness just yet, and I can't take Apollo Crews' fake accent. I just don't know what to do here.
I'm gonna make you. I'm gonna make you. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, come here.
Like, you know what? It sounds like Big E, especially. It sounds like he don't believe himself yet.
You know who Big E sounds like? He sounds like Forrest Whitaker in Black Panther. I was there when your father killed his brother. I was there. I was the one who told him. Like he sounds like that character. Like what are you doing? Just fucking talk normal. Also, I'm glad that the commentators had no fucking clue who won this match. At all.
Well, that just tells me that there's going to be more of this to come.
No, I was a botch and a half. They fucked that shit up.
Well, I mean, Apollo Crews stood over Big E at the end.
Yeah, he stood over Big E. I mean, he gave him like 3 angle slams.
I'm gonna give this a little bit more time to marinate. I ain't gonna hold you. The macaroni elbows are still a little too al dente for me. I'm gonna let them cook just a little longer between Big E and Apollo.
I don't think that this accent is going like once this feud is over, that accent is over. Is what I'm thinking.
But you know what? They are trying with Apollo. They haven't given up on him.
Yeah, they have the Spirit Halloween spears. They have the knockoff MJF scarf. You know, they're trying.
I guess it's a little badge of royalty.
I have beef with Apollo Crews because back about 10 years ago, he emailed me saying that he had a wealth of money that he wanted to share with me. He needed was my bank account information, and I provided that. And I'm still waiting for my money. So,
Did you give him the 5,000, the 500,000 down to get the money out though?
I did. Yeah, I did. And I'm still waiting for this Nigerian prince to give me my money. So whenever he wants to, you know, I got PayPal. You know,
It's coming, man.
That deposit is key. You got to give him that initial deposit.
that's how it works.
What's next, bro?
Braun Strowman taking on Shane McMahon. Up, card subject to change.
Here we go.
Braun Strowman taking on Elias.
Yeah, I told you guys he wasn't going to fight on this pay per view.
Well, interesting because I was watching SmackDown and they were previewing matches for Fastlane, and I remember on Tuesday we were talking about how that match isn't going to happen, and then I see Shane and Braun getting previewed. I'm like, yo, he's not even going to wrestle. So I want to pause here, and I want to talk about the video. WWE. How dumb do you think we are, man? It is 2021. We live in a land of information at the top of our nails on our fingers, not even fingertips. It's getting to the nails at this point. You don't think that, you show us some bullshit that is not believable. If you're going to put out a real press release about Shane being hurt, you're not going to record a video for it. Him going down gingerly from doing Billy Blank workouts. Come on, man. Don't play on my
IMO.
Right. Oh, Shane can't compete because of a knee injury.
This dude fell off a Hell in a Cell and hugged his kids after. And it's like, oh, he was doing Tybo and, destroyed his fucking knee. And may not make it. We might have to turn him into glue. Get the fuck out of here.
When you get up in age, sometimes you can hurt yourself just getting up out of bed.
Dude, he jumped off that cage like 2 years ago.
Well, everybody's clock is different.
But even though I said all of that, if you ask me, I will tell you 11 out of 10 times that Shane McMahon is a better wrestler than Braun Strowman. Hey, it's man. Yo, Braun, you might have to just go ahead and start working on Wednesdays, bro. I know the money's good, man, but it's looking real spooky for you, bro. I don't even think he's gonna win at Mania. He beat Elias, of course. Now, Shane McMahon doesn't compare to Elias because Elias is top billing. So, that's an upgrade, right? So, Drew?
Yeah, Elias makes the match. If you can't get Shane McMahon, you have to go for bigger. You can't just go for equal or less. You have to go for bigger. So if you can't get the son of the owner of the company, you have to look to the iTunes charts. and
Bad
it's
Bunny.
Elias or Taylor Swift. Elias or Taylor Swift. Well, Tay-Tay's busy right now, so you got to get Elias.
Are you on a first name or nickname basis with this person?
Ooh,
Tay-Tay.
I might be. I might have had a song ran about me. I don't know.
If I hear Tay-Tay dropping Applebee disc bars in like a month,
My chicken was raw, 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 raw.
can we move on, please? Oh my God. The 4 subs that we got back, we lost.
They're gone. They blocked us. They will never listen again.
Oh my God.
Keep your shitty ass gift card. That is fucking cursed.
They hit us with return to sender after they heard that, man. Come on, man.
We are currently sitting at -3 viewers.
What do we got next after this?
Seth Rollins and Nakamura.
Good match. Solid match.
But no real build-up. Because Rollins was feuding with Cesaro.
Wasn't this his first match back?
First or second?
This is nothing but ring rust. This is a ring rust match. So I'm not really caring about the consistency in the story. Hey, Shinsuke, I just want to work out a couple cans. I want to make sure I can go 25 minutes at Mania because that's what he's doing.
Well, both guys are consistent workers, so it makes sense, and it was a good match.
Swerve, any thought?
No, I don't have any for this.
All right, let's move on.
All right, so then we have Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. No holds barred.
All right, so before you go, this is where I got to get my hate on. I am not a fan of Drew McIntyre. I haven't really been one. But I'm damn sure I'm not a fan anymore. And won't ever. Bro,
They can take the WWE Network, but they can never take our pessimism.
Where is that from?
Braveheart.
Yes. Get the fuck out of here, Drew Mel Gibson ass McIntyre. You're gone.
Yo, this motherfucker broke his sword.
You are gone, bro.
And you see that shit? That shit like bent in half.
He's
It like bent in half, and then it was just like hanging to the side.
Like, let's go on Raw Talk. Let's ask, do you spew anti-Semitic views like your boy you tried to idolize on Fastlane?
Sheamus, I'm going to beat you and your sugar tits down.
Jesus.
I was so hoping for Sheamus to come out in green face paint. I was here for it.
He was just copying his boy Triple H from WrestleMania 20.
Oh.
Nah, bro. Straight up Mel Gibson, Braveheart vibes.
No, I know, but Triple H did it first, is what I'm saying.
Hey, man, I don't remember.
And he had the horse, too.
Yeah, with WrestleMania 19 or 21, when they were doing like all like the movie trailers.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah. Hollywood stuff, yeah.
WWE goes Hollywood, or WrestleMania goes Hollywood. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But he ain't called no person sugar tits during WrestleMania 21.
After the match, I hear he called his wife and just verbally assaulted her.
Did a lot worse. We just ain't been out yet.
Yeah, you're right, but shit, now we know what's going on. Come on, man, Drew. Come on, man.
He just called his wife after and just verbally killed her. Just, I had to give up my liquor tickets. Like,
I guarantee you, if he comes out like this at Mania, the Today Show, whoever is reporting on, because they always do this, they report on one show a year for WWE this Mania. They're gonna catch some flack over that. They better be careful.
What was worse, this or Roddy Piper coming out with the half black, half white face paint?
Oh man, well, yeah, Piper.
I think Piper's was better because Andre the Giant hit his fucking removal cream. So he had to go to the airport the next day with that same fucking face paint on.
Wait, that was kayfabe?
So they fucking ribbed him in the back. So he went out, and that was like the type of face paint to make sure it didn't rub off during the match. It's a type where you have to put on a special cream to get off. Well, he went out, wrestled his match. Andre Giant in the back is like, I played joke and took the cream and emptied it. And so when Roddy Piper came back, it was gone. And so he had to book an appointment with a dermatologist and had to walk around like that for 3 days.
That's
Oh man.
that is funny. Appreciate you, Dre. You have no idea.
That's a long time be looking like an idiot.
Right. Now soccer moms are walking up to you going, "Hey, what happened to your face? What do you say?"
Ugh.
Terrible. So that was the main event. Oh no, it was. We got one more match.
No, we got 2 more matches, sir.
Oh, 2. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Go ahead.
The next match we have is Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Because WWE doesn't do that cheesy shit that AEW does.
Well, I mean, come on, man.
We give you extra cheese.
Right. So, what did everyone think of the look?
I thought he looked like a burnt
Snickers bar.
Pop-Tart.
Okay, wait. Swerve, what'd you say?
I said I thought he looked like a melted Snickers bar.
Oh my god.
Thought he
Drew?
looked like a burnt Pop-Tart. Like even when he emerged, he looked like a burnt Pop-Tart coming out of the toaster slowly.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he was the burnt piece of doo-doo chocolate used on Chappelle's show.
Or we can call him the I don't know, maybe the Utah Chain Massacre.
Oh my god. Um I don't know what to think of this because I'm not a fan of that fake bullshit.
You guys are Fiend fans. Come on. Give it to me. He has the easiest job in the world. I'll say that. He gets to sit at home and be with kids, come back in a month and just do this. And he'll be gone for another month. Or not another month, maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
So is it safe to assume that JoJo's probably pregnant again?
Oh, listen, I mean, if you was with her, wouldn't she be?
So I got a real question, right? So when Bray got thrusted off the TV, and we asked what's next, is he going to come back? We said, of course he's going to come back, but we just didn't know as what. So instead of WWE maybe bringing back the Bray Wyatt character or going closer to a human character, they go as far as left as you could imagine with this character.
Well, this is his final form.
Is this the Super Shredder?
This is what you didn't want right here.
Okay, because I was going to ask, after this, then where do you go?
He's going to bring about all Armageddon. You think he was no selling before? Well,
You know what's funny? I don't even think this was the original plan for Randy Orton. I think it was supposed to be him and Edge.
Probably.
the Fiend didn't even come back with a new move.
I'll tell you who wasn't thrilled about this match. Is Randy Orton's wife.
Yeah, she did. That sure wasn't. I knew when I saw that pin, I said, she's going to have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was. Oh man, riding like a cowboy.
Immediately hopped on Twitter. The fuck you did?
And you know that was Randy's idea with his old humble
Probably.
self.
I'm not gonna lie, 2 bounces, and I would have got her like she was doing it to me. Because boy, the way she hopped on it, man. Oh wait, okay. Very, very provocative. Schoolgirl outfit, guilty smile, right on top of it.
All for the kids.
Man, I ain't even mad at her.
No.
But I understand you, Mrs. Orton. I get you.
Yeah, man, she was hurt like Mrs. Jackson.
Uh, Randy said he is sorry for real. Because, shit, listen, wifey, if she see you getting looked at, she has a problem. So, damn. How was this? Did they say this was like a no DQ match? Because I didn't hear that.
I didn't. I wasn't sure about that.
Because how the hell does Bray come in the ring? I don't even think I saw a referee. Very
I
confused.
mean, it's kind of like Whose Line. The rules don't matter.
You know, now that I think about it, I'm not sure if I saw a referee either.
I don't think I saw one. I did that. I know they did a 3 count, and I don't think Bray was counting.
Nah, he definitely wasn't counting.
Point the writing didn't have to be that lazy.
My other question to this would be: is are we still going to get sweatshirt Bray, or like gone now?
Yeah, I think that might be gone.
Yeah. That's pretty much over with.
We're just gonna use Alexa as the vessel now to.
Yeah, it's gonna be a talking piece.
I mean, maybe Randy. I don't know. And you know what? It's gonna be hard for me to see him take a dive because you're not gonna have Bray come back and then just have Randy beat him again.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
I mean, everybody that faces Bray usually pretty much beats him. Now, if he's still selling those Fiend Championship belts, then maybe
I wonder what one is going for right now. I'm gonna look. Any guesses?
I'm gonna say $7,000.
What were they before? I don't even remember.
They were selling for like what, 300?
No, they were selling them in the thousands.
Well, if they were selling for 1,000, I'm gonna guess they are in the low hundreds now.
All right, let's see. I saw a kid's one for $14.99, so I know that's not it.
But that match was what it was. Some people called out the the live being shown in the corner of one segment, and then when they switch to something else, the live is gone.
So WWE Shop has it for $300 right now.
Yeah, Peacock. Yeah, I gotta do something. I need to watch stuff if I'm out. And I get it at 8:06 or 7:06. I need to go back. Give me that option. That's all I need to say about that.
They can't do that on any shows, right?
None of their sports.
Wow. Well, what's the next one?
The final match is Daniel Bryan against Roman Reigns.
Yeah, so Roman won. Thanks to Jay Uso. He came out and helped.
It was only thanks to Jey Uso?
Well, he was part of it.
What do you guys think about this heel turn? Because I'll tell you what I think. Remember what we were saying before this match on our last show? To me, out of the two championship main events, Drew and Bobby Lashley is the bigger program. And I never thought I would say that because, you know, it's Roman, first of all, and then it's Edge. But it just, you just didn't feel it with Edge by himself for some reason. Like they wasn't, I don't know, they wasn't pushing him right. And then they had to do what they had to do. Because don't forget, they're going to have fans, right?
Yeah, but also the Bobby Lashley and McIntyre matches on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm still saying that's the bigger match of the two, though.
You really think so?
Yeah.
Bigger in what way?
Just bigger as far as it don't need to have nobody shoehorned in there to help it out like they do, like they're doing with Daniel Bryan.
We talked about this before. Yeah, he's shoehorning it, but he's doing it because Edge isn't 100%. Now,
Wait, what do you mean he's doing it because Edge? Like he's doing it because Edge is 100%?
because he's not. Or
I think they're doing it because not many people care about Edge versus Roman Reigns.
I don't agree with that, yo.
Okay, you don't have to.
A lot of people love Edge.
I think they did. But
If
the way
you-
it's been looking, it's just been looking weird lately. Like there's no reason if you think from a logical standpoint, why would he interfere and hit him with a chair in that match? He gets to face the champion either way. What does he care who wins?
Because there has to be a backdoor way to bring in Daniel Bryan for a triple threat.
But that's not logical. I mean, yeah, I get it from saying that, from looking at it on TV, but from Edge's perspective, it doesn't matter. You're guaranteed a spot. So I don't care who's the champion if I'm Edge. Me hitting you and messing up the match and making it harder for me to win at WrestleMania by adding a third person, that's stupid.
Talk to the writers.
You get what I'm saying?
I understand exactly what you're saying. Why would I reduce my odds at winning the championship by bringing somebody who's damn good and possibly could win? Which, based on historical storytelling, Daniel Bryan could win the championship.
Yeah.
Last man in, underdog, little guy. Roman doesn't have to get the pin. Oh, yeah. You let Roman take a little bit.
As a matter of fact, they're doing their best to make Daniel look stronger than Edge because he tapped, but they didn't, it wasn't caught.
Sometimes all you got to do is read the tea leaves, man. You know what? You will find out the winner of the match without even the referee going to the ring bell saying who won. Because I don't care what you said. The winner of Fastlane was Daniel Bryan by far, even though he didn't win.
Well, yeah, he won because he'll be inserted in WrestleMania.
Now, I don't know when they're gonna formally announce this on Raw or SmackDown rather, but I guarantee Friday you're gonna see Edge and Daniel Bryan in the ring together.
They did say after the match the stage was set, Roman versus Edge, but it's not going to stay that way.
Right. We'll probably end up getting Edge against Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan and he'll win. And there's no really, Edge and Roman, I can agree, does not have that big fight feel.
That it should have, right?
that it should have.
That's why I'm saying Lashley and Drew is the bigger program. I mean, Sheamus and Drew been putting on decent matches. Or Sheamus and Lashley been putting on decent matches. I don't know why Sheamus has been taking all these L's, but they've been putting on some decent matches. So I feel like them two are going to deliver at WrestleMania. But
And,
Edge versus Roman, I didn't feel it,
and
and I think they saw it too.
we didn't talk about it, but yo, that Sheamus and McIntyre match, for me, that was the best match on the card. It was a real good match.
And it's a shame too because it was all for nothing.
Yep. Because you're not gonna have Sheamus do anything afterwards, but feud in the back with a fucking Hall of Famer, an APA. You have him in the back doing dumb stuff, and then even after the program with McIntyre and Lashley, he's not gonna challenge anything.
Well, I think he does have a opponent. We start talking about Raw, you'll figure out who it is.
Yeah, I won't be surprised if it's not stupid. Drew, is that all?
For Fastlane, yeah.
Okay.
Drew, did you have any thoughts on it? I don't know if you said anything.
It's gonna go to a triple threat. The writing's on the wall.
Who would you feel? Who would you feel would have been the bigger program? Would you have wanted to see Edge and Roman only?
Yeah,
You did.
I would have preferred to see a singles match just because triple threat matches in the main event just sometimes get too convoluted. Especially with Edge just being back, Roman, being the heel. It's a little too convoluted, especially storyline purposes. So I would like to just see the one.
Yeah, I mean everyone knows I'm a singles guy, but this one, I just didn't feel like the steam was there. Like it was.
No, I agree. The steam wasn't there, and I get why they're making it a triple threat. But I would prefer to see a singles. But
Yeah.
I agree, the steam just wasn't there.
Do you guys think that this is no? Let's say it stays Reigns and Edge. Will it main event?
No,
Well, it's two different nights, so yeah.
Well,
it might main event Edge night, but I mean, I would put Sasha and Bianca about this.
would you put Sasha and Bianca over the triple threat?
Personally, if I'm booking, yes. But I'm not booking, so
I mean,
whatever.
last week. I mean, it'll be 10-17, 10-23. You'll have a half hour vested for the main event. Crowd's getting not restless, but they're getting kind of, hey, let's get to the main event. They hear the Dale Bryan music. It's a crowd going to be there. I think that counts for something.
Yeah, that's why I think that they'll main event, um, because of Daniel Bryan's popularity, his cult following.
And you're going to have Michael Cole suck the hell out of his dick.
One, two.
COVID-19, Dale Bryan wouldn't know if he would have 2 legs, let alone wrestle again. Here he is in the main event of WrestleMania. You know how they do. I mean, I don't know, man. It's not like I don't care about the match, but something's. I don't know what it is. The big fight feel factor is not there. And I'm confident in saying that Roman's not going to walk away with the championship.
I don't know if I'm
I
ready.
would hope Roman keeps the belt, but I feel like if it's triple threat, Daniel Bryan's winning.
I mean, his last hoorah they've been talking about, kind of in the dirt sheet. Why else did they put him here? Foregone conclusion, unless something changes. So we'll see. But that was it for Fastlane, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Before we get to dirt, A&E is doing a Stone Cold Steve Austin biography. Are you going to watch?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch. They have a preview right now on YouTube. It's like 9 minutes.
It looks good.
I didn't see it yet.
It looks solid. It looks like they got a lot of like behind the scenes stuff from back in the day, along with him talking now.
That's the kind of stuff I love. Like, if I can get a Beyond the Mat, was it two or three? I don't know which one are on, but if I can get another Beyond the Mat, I'll pop, because I like unveiling the fourth wall with that back curtain.
All the stars align with that one. They somehow got cameras backstage with WWE. Even though WWE tried to block the release of the movie, somehow they got access, and that kind of movie will never be made again.
Yeah. Maybe AEW can do something like that.
Yeah.
They'd be more accepting.
Anybody watch Dark Side of the Ring?
Yeah, season 3 should be coming out soon.
Yeah, I'm ready for that too.
I think it's already went out, ain't it?
I think that's like a bonus episode from season 2.
Gonzalez, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Gino Hernandez.
Gino Hernandez.
Oh, I didn't watch it, but that might be really good.
They did put out something 3 minutes ago, or 3 hours ago. The wrestler who took it too far. He was about New Jack, so they're gonna go back to him. Not
I
enough.
think they do like in-depth looks at their episodes and like explore more, kind of like like on Walking Dead they do the Talking Dead. I think that they're doing something like that for those episodes.
Yeah, this is one of the better shows on TV.
Yeah.
We also talk about the tragic romance between Randy and Miss Elizabeth. Bruiser Brody's final moments. So yeah, they go there. Is somebody outside?
Nope, that's just traffic.
Gotcha. Swerve. Not Swerve. No chill. You have dirt.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'll be joining you.
All right.
Wait, that wasn't dirt that we were just talking about?
I mean, I don't know what that was. Announcements.
All right.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
All right. What's that?
You can spark it.
Okay. So going back to Retribution breaking up, the reason that they did it so soon, looks like they were going to plan on doing it for WrestleMania. However, back in December, Ali, I guess, tore his PCL against Ricochet. He had been working through the injury. His leg locked up on him during the Royal Rumble. And I guess it's been real bad lately. So this breakup is a way for him to take the time off TV to heal up that injury. So that's why when you're like, oh, I hope that they, give him a push or put him in a prime spot. Yeah, I don't know about that, pal.
Oh boy.
I thought you said he had a TCL.
Yeah.
I'm like that.
WWE is being told you ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell up out of here. John Alba is reporting that the WWE will likely move out of Tropicana Field after the April 2nd SmackDown, and it's being converted back to the home for the Tampa Bay Rays, because they have a season opener on the 9th of April.
Tropicana Field is the home of the Rays.
That's what I said.
Yeah, but they're moving back to the home of the Rays?
Well, you can't fucking play baseball in a wrestling ring, bro.
But you said they're moving back to that. They're being evicted from it to move back to it, is what you just said.
It's being converted back to a baseball field, man.
Oh, okay.
Amen.
I misheard what you said. I'm sorry.
You are sorry. No, I'm just playing. Another piece of that is that SmackDown and Raw are reportedly going to move to the University of South Florida's Yingling Center. So there's that. I believe that's where Raw after Mania will be held.
A couple notes about the Hall of Fame. First and foremost, Batista was supposed to be accepting an induction from last year.
Give me what I want.
He is actually pulling out of the Hall of Fame. The reasoning is because of scheduling conflicts. Right now he's doing a lot of stuff with Hollywood. I think he might be filming Guardians 3 because of that, because of the fact that you can't really travel when filming a movie during this pandemic. He's pulling out of the Hall of Fame for this year. So he may be inducted next year, but for this year he is pulling out of it. However, they did leak the third entrant of the Hall of Fame for 2021. Did you see who it was?
I did not.
Who's the first two?
First two are Molly Holly and Eric Bischoff.
Oh, I didn't see the third.
Okay, so any guesses on who the third one would be? It's a male wrestler.
I want to say
I'll give you even more of a hint. Wrestled during the 2000s.
Thrasher.
Thrasher? Did you just say one of the headbangers?
Yeah.
Just one, man.
Just one.
Mosh.
Mosh isn't good enough.
No.
No.
Skirts.
What?
I said real men wear skirts.
This is the type of answer I expect from Sorby.
No, I had to pick what the guy I'm thinking about would have headlined it, so it ain't gonna be him.
Who?
And his name is John Cena.
It's not Cena.
The
It is Mr. Monday Night.
Rob
Van Dam.
I believe that they gave that to him to spurn AEW from signing, because that motherfucker still wrestles.
So he was in Impact he had just left Impact. So I don't know if AEW was thinking about signing him, but I know that he talks to Vince like at least once every 3 months, like still. So yeah, I think that this was definitely like hey, let's get a Legends deal. Let's get your merchandise sold and stuff like that.
Where do you rank RVD as far as 2000 to 2010 for his IC championship reign or reigns?
probably one of the last real solid Intercontinental champions. One of the last guys to make the belt mean something. As far as a world title run, underwhelming, but he was solid at that role of the upper mid card.
I enjoyed the IC run. I enjoyed the Hardcore Championship run with him. Yeah, RVD is a good wrestler.
I just don't think he had what it took to have to run with the company.
He was just severely watered down when he got to WWE.
Yeah.
All that pain and agony on his bones.
I mean, when you got to WWE, all you saw was a 3-star Frog Splash and Rolling Thunder. All those other things were gone.
Remember the Van Daminator? He was real good with that back in ECW.
And the Van Terminator.
He used to jump in the audience with it. I mean, like you take away all this stuff, it's like, you know.
I'm surprised they're putting him in the Hall of Fame now.
Why?
Because there's other people who deserve it more than him that aren't in.
WWE's never concerned themselves with who deserves it. They concern themselves with who they can get.
Well, yeah. I mean, forgive me. I consider it to be a real Hall of Fame, and I have to think. Well, sorry, no, it's not real. Cause it's like basketball or football.
I look at it like this: if the person you might be thinking about isn't named first, then you can forget about whoever you're thinking about. Everybody else that comes after the first person really doesn't matter.
Molly Holly was named first this year.
Yeah, well, there you go.
And she was not a trailblazer.
It's a low bar.
Hey,
I just feel like there's a lot of people that choose not to be in the Hall of Fame as well. You got to remember is because of the fact that it's not a real Hall of Fame, a lot of people see beyond the bullshit. And they realize the main reason you're being offered a spot in the Hall of Fame is so WWE can capitalize on your merchandise and still make a profit off you, put you in the video game, sell your merchandise, and give you a cut of it. That's why Owen Hart's not in the Hall of Fame. It's not because, his wife doesn't want him to be recognized. It's because she doesn't want a dime of his shit to go to WWE. That's why there's a lot of big name people who are like, wow, how is guys who wrestled in the 70s, Bruno Sammartino, why did it take him so long? Because he had such a feud with WWE. Why did it take Ultimate Warrior so long? Because he had a feud with WWE. They did not want to give this company the time of day or the money. That's why a lot of your favorite guys are not in it.
Well, sometimes that's
everybody though.
Bridge you gotta burn. Moving on. WrestleMania 37 tickets are moving like hotcakes. There's not a lot left, according to the Observer. Most of what is available, though, are the most expensive ones or the ones close to the floor. So if you're looking to go to Mania, you're looking to drop some big ducats to go see Daniel Bryan win a championship.
Them things and scalp like PS5s was.
Hey.
So a former WWE superstar popped up on the indie scene a couple weeks ago, and it looks like he's back in the indies as well. And that is the artist formerly known as Big Cass, now known as Kaz XL. Showed up in Teddy Long's indie promotion.
Kaz 2X.
And beyond that, he has a new manager. Instead of having Enzo with him, he has Melina.
Oh, that's messed up. Somebody else needs her services way more than him.
I wonder how that came about.
Apparently, it looks like he's gotten himself back on track and from all accounts, it looks like I wouldn't be a bit surprised if he was back in WWE within the next year to 2 years.
And wins the championship.
He might. I mean, he looks great. I don't know if you've seen him, but he looks like torn up. Like,
What is Aleister Black doing?
I guess he has a minor injury.
Like a headache or something? Not getting any burn from this company.
You know what the ain't getting any was, and it wasn't that. You was gonna say something else. That definitely would give somebody some headaches. And indigo balls, if you know what I mean.
Indigo.
Also, we mentioned Andrade finally getting his release. Charlotte, for a little while, had mysteriously dropped off of the WrestleMania promotional packages. And this led to the speculation that she was trying to get her release as well. Mainly because also another report got out that she had gone to the company to kind of pitch a angle or a storyline where her and Andrade would be together in the storyline. You know, kind of like a thing with like Rusev and Lana or something. That was turned down, and then shortly after. What's that?
Or Becky and Seth.
Yeah. Shortly after Andrade was let go, so a lot of people felt that, you know, maybe she's on her way out, but it has been reported that she tested positive for COVID. And, you know, she's recovering. She's doing better, but it looks like, by all accounts, she will be missing WrestleMania this year.
I don't know if I believe that.
Well, her spot was already given to Rhea Ripley, so... You know.
With no build, just the way Drew likes it.
Do you guys
that spicy no build?
Do you guys think the Flair family is here? Because you got 3 of the 4 horsemen, or the remaining members rather, over on TNT.
So, fun fact is, Ric Flair does not get along with the other 3 horsemen at all.
Oh God.
And this goes back to when his son passed away. His son passed away, and then he had his medical issues, and none of them reached out at all. Like, people Rick hadn't talked to in years reached out. You know, Arn couldn't call, couldn't text. Tully couldn't. Ole couldn't. So he's like, yeah, fuck him. Like, Rick pretty much cut those guys out of his life. So if we're expecting this to be like, oh, let's have a 4 horseman reunion, yeah, Rick's not going for that shit.
Did Tessa reach out or no?
I'm not sure. I don't think Tessa even knows Ric Flair.
Oh, sure.
I'm all wiped out of dirt, Drew.
Let me see if I got anything else. Yeah, I'm good. So we can move on to Raw.
Yeah. So we don't even have to like match by match this. But again, at a Wild Wings yesterday, no sound. So I just see a little bit. So this.
So let's fill you in then. Let's start with Braun Strowman and Elias. So, for those of you watching the match with sound, you would have noticed something very suspicious. So they have their match, and they take the match to the outside. So Elias is near the announce table, and Braun is in position to run at him. And as he's running at him to, you know, do like his shoulder tackle, you hear, and he hits him. And I stop for a second. I'm like, fuck? Like now, mind you, I live near a train, so I'm like, oh, okay, like whatever. Then he does it again. Goes for a shoulder tackle again on the other side of the outside of the ring. Hits him, and I'm like, they really threw train sound effects mid-match for this man.
Wait. Let me back up. Because listening on the first go round, to me, it sounded like Braun was making these noises.
No.
Telling me that they were feeding sound onto televisions across the great US of A that
Yes.
sounded like Thomas the Train Engine.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Twice in the same match.
No words.
When I heard this, when I heard it and I realized what I was hearing, I'm like, oh man, is it Tuesday yet? Is it fucking Tuesday yet?
I have no words. I mean, at what point do you stop being a sacrificial lamb, Braun? Because he's got to say, okay, yeah, let's run that. Train.
So, Drew, you thought the sound effects were so good it was an actual train?
Mind you, I didn't believe that they would have thrown train sound effects in. So I'm just like, I'm just conditioned to just assume that it's the train outside. But then on the second go around, I'm like, hold up. So when we talked about earlier who the target demographic is, and you're like, oh, it's not just for kids.
Nah, man. No. Wait a minute.
I don't know any adult who's like, when I see a grown man running at another grown man, I would love to hear some train sound effects.
I ain't gonna let you do that to me yet. No.
Okay. Defend it. No. I'm gonna let you defend this. So please.
I'm not trying
defend it.
I'm just trying to say you can't pick at it like the way you thought you could.
Oh, okay.
So we all know WWE loves those 3D graphics before matches.
Oh, okay.
So Braun Strowman has one.
Yeah.
And it's his name in the form of a train.
Okay.
So that's one.
So you're justifying that mid-match, during a match, not before it, not coming to the ring, mid-match, they're going to turn this guy, this grown-ass man, into a cartoon with the same energy of Roadrunner and Coyote by playing train sound effects as he runs at his opponent.
No, I don't want to say that, Drew, but I'm just trying to explain to the people, where the origin of the train comes in at. It is dumb as hell.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's the origin of the train? Okay.
Yeah, with the entrance.
Once again, folks, if you're paying attention at home, if you have your bingo card out and you are following along at home, Neville, Adrian Mighty Mouse Neville, and Braun the Tank Engine Strowman are not cartoon characters for children. These are dramatic, realistic characters for fans of all ages. And this is a very adulting orientation, something that you should spend your hard-earned money to view. As The Rock would say to Hulk Hogan,
boy, did you hand off that baton yet? Because you love running with shit, man. I didn't even finish. Can I finish?
If you want.
So, I feel you, Drew. You are 1,000% right. The problem is that they don't have anything else for this dude. They are tactics I've never seen them do ever before.
Braun Strowman, when they did the original roster split, and they pulled him away from the Wyatt family, and his whole gimmick was you come to the ring and you destroy your opponent and you leave. He was a legitimate monster. He was a big man who could work. He was legitimate. He was good. And he was on top of the world. And I said it before, and I'll say it again. He is his own worst enemy. But at the end of the day, I think if you are Braun Strowman and you hear that the company wants to give you choo-choo train noises during your match, and your character is you're a fucking monster, you need to go to somebody and be, hey, I think you're a crack addict, and I think that you should get some substance abuse help. Because if you think I'm going to let you put some choo-choo train noises in, you got issues. I think he should have gone to literally anyone up top who would fucking listen to him and say, there's no goddamn way you're going to do that to me. It's going to fucking kill me. Yeah. Let me at least try out there. But instead, we put the choo-choo noises in. Choo-choo! And literally everyone buried it. Even guys like Lance Storm, guys like, fucking even Disco Inferno was justified in burying it. But every fucking former wrestler, Hurricane, X-Pac, everyone was just like, that's fucking awful. Like, your production department just fucking killed this guy. There's no coming back from this. You're officially the choo-choo train guy.
No, yeah, you're right. I hear you.
And Braun, I mean, it's not hard to build him as a monster. Look at him. If you're fucking that up, it's not Braun's fault. It's your writer's fault. You're trying way too fucking hard. Literally have him go out there and crush him, guys. It's not that fucking hard.
And I can't believe you thought you were going to come on this show and think you were going to beat me by trying to make me defend Braun Strowman. You know,
I'm asking you to defend the product. The product you love so much.
I don't love everything from it.
Okay, well, you say that AEW is full of this tacky ass shit, and then WWE does something like this.
You're right.
You should not be okay with it. You should not be sitting here trying to defend it, trying to go, oh, well, listen, when that fucking Pyro went off, or did not go off, at the end of Revolution, I made sure to vent my frustration and go, yo, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. They fucked up. They fucked their fans. You should not be defending this.
I'm not defending it. I think it's terrible.
I mean, there's nothing where you're like, well, let me play devil's advocate. There's no devil's advocate here. This is a pro wrestling show. This is not a fucking cartoon. This is not. I get that you want to have characters, but at some point you need to put the fucking Pee Wee Herman shit away.
Drew, I agree. It's garbage, and it has no place here. Here we are.
And then Asuka got her WrestleMania opponent in the form of Rhea Ripley. Who is this is her second big WrestleMania match, correct? Because she wrestled Charlotte last year, right?
Right.
So Rhea, hopefully she doesn't get the Shayna Baszler treatment, where she's big at first, and then WWE takes a couple looks at her and goes, "I can't market that."
She better hope she don't get the Rhea Ripley treatment that she got before.
No. I do hope that they don't just send her right back down after 4 months gone. Yeah, we can't book you because you're not cartoonish enough. You don't have the zany blue hair that Sasha Banks has.
She puts on a very, very good match.
I think she's pretty cartoonish too. She looks straight out of what's that movie with your boy Tom? Can't think of it right now. Huh?
Tom Green?
Nah, I think it's Tom Hardy. I want to say it's one of
She
those.
also doubles as the lead singer of Motionless in White, so that's fun.
All right.
Oh, you people of music?
What? No, no, that's a joke.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, Ember Moon puts on great matches too, and she got the burial because we don't know how to book her. We don't know what to write for her. Guarantee within 6 months she's gonna be teaming with Nia Jax.
You don't let a week go by, boy. I tell you. Nia been chilling, man. She been working smart, ain't been hurting nobody. We're taking championships.
Ain't gonna hurt nobody. We just wrestling, baby.
When I see Nia Jax, do you know what I think of?
Don't tell me.
Damn, that boy is thick. Damn, that's a thick ass boy.
I had no idea where this is going. I heard good times. I heard Farouk. I didn't know what the hell was going on. Oh my God. Thought you was Florida Evans for a minute, Drew.
So fun fact is, every Friday I usually go to my mom's house to drop shit off. Usually pick up any mail that comes to her house for me, things like that. And usually I check out SmackDown there. This week was the first time that my mother got to see Nia Jax. Immediately, I realized that I am sitting next to Ron Simmons. Damn! She was not prepared for Nia Jax to look like the abominable snowman. Nia, listen, you gotta wear, you gotta change your ring outfit up. The mesh is not helping you. I get the the spandex is fine, but when the mesh is bulging out, that's you got to do something, girl.
I ain't sexy, man. I ain't saying her all that.
She's not. She's sexy in a meatloaf kind of way.
The hate is remarkable, man.
There's thick and then there's thick with a K.
I think that's how you spell thick, but I think Drew's talking about the 2 C's.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Oh man.
Drew, where you get your hood jargon from, man?
So I used to get my hood jargon when I worked at the airport from the airport. But now I get my hood jargon from usually social media. I try to keep up with the Gen Zers and their hood jargon.
Yeah, I feel you. Kind of hard. They coming up with shit I don't even get.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else I saw on Raw yesterday.
Bad Bunny officially booked for WrestleMania.
Bad Bunny and The Miz.
So
Put it
you
with
know,
that.
1 minute you're WWE champion, the next minute you're wrestling.
A Grammy nominated singer. You're right.
Hang on, I think he's like Latin Grammys, which is essentially Grammy.
Was it me or did he seem like he was out of breath from the chair shot he gave to Miz? I mean,
Yeah.
the guitar shot.
Yeah, I mean, there's a difference between being in shape and being in ring shape. And if he's out of breath after that chair shot, this is gonna be a fun fucking match to watch. And I
Like I
can't.
thought that this was going to be a tag at if anything, and
Oh no, it's
they
1-on-1.
they're putting faith in him for a singles. I was like, after I saw that guitar shot, I said, I don't know.
Oh Jesus, he is gonna be blown up coming to the ring. He is gonna be like Tyson fucking Fury. I lost my legs because of my ring gear.
Yeah, it's gonna be something.
Who's the boxer that fought Braun Strowman?
It was Tyson.
Tyson Fury.
That was Tyson Fury. Okay, so who's the one who lost his legs? Was that Deontay Wilder?
That he lost it against Tyson Fury.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I got those fucked up. Okay, so Tyson Fury said that he was actually supposed to wrestle a couple more WWE matches, but because of COVID, they all got canceled.
Well, I mean, sometimes those are breaks, Drew. But things are coming back.
Was there anything else from Raw besides Thomas the Tank Engine and Chris Motionless?
Well, we saw Braun again, or not Braun, Bray, and a more in-depth look where we could see his face disfigured some more.
That's gotta be Kane.
I mean, wherever he told us, we just ain't want to listen.
Yeah. Because there's no way that he's selling any moves at WrestleMania. Like, you don't come back from being set on fire and then start selling a DDT.
Yeah. It's very impossible. They're gonna get themselves into some trouble, man. Making one person look that strong. I mean, Kanye West once famously asked, "How could one man have so much power?"
And then he got himself divorced from Kim Kardashian, so
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's addicted to porn again. Because that was definitely something he was on. But God bless.
Hey, can we stop with the crinkly cuckly going on?
Who's got that going on?
One of y'all.
Hey, me.
I'm sitting here on my hands folded, man.
Yeah, okay.
Bruh.
Drew, somehow it's never you. Ever.
Because I'm professional.
I'm professional. Ah, yeah, okay.
This is the guy who literally just went, "Oh, I'm professional." Okay.
Oh man. Hey, question for y'all. What is going to be the matches announced? What is going to be the standout WrestleMania 37 match that you are willing to put any amount of money on if you had to watch?
As far as it'll be the best match,
The most entertaining.
Sasha and Bianca.
That was quick.
Entertaining or like from match quality or just whatever
Uh,
you deem is.
He wants to say Miz and Bad Bunny so bad.
who, me?
No, Swerve, because he's asking, he's like, so is it like entertaining, like match quality, or like, you know, train wreck style?
No, like, entertaining where you're gonna get a funny spot or a lot of there's some extracurricular going on in the match.
Extracurricular.
Because I think solid mat wrestling, when I look at it, it's
I think
Bianca or
I think that's gonna come from New Day versus AJ and Omos.
yo. He talked last night,
Yeah, he had a word or two, I think.
and this is again, best wrestler doesn't need a championship. AJ Styles. Everybody in the back knows he's the best. Look what he's doing. I don't know how this circles back to him being in the main event picture. I hope it does, but they'll probably end up winning too because Vince is a sucker for these big dudes, man. And Omos is terrible. So I don't know. We'll see. Um, was there anything else from Raw that we need to get to?
I mean, not that I know of.
Didn't Lashley and McIntyre have a match?
I didn't see that.
Raw, Lashley and Sheamus fought again. That's why. That's why I was mentioning your boy Sheamus taking like 4 or 5 L's to the same people every week. I said something's got to give.
Hey, they're putting.
I was starting to feel sorry for him, and I'm a fan of Lashley out of this whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on with Sheamus, but he definitely deserves to be in a better spotlight.
They just needed like one more person like him because he shouldn't have kept taking pinfalls in this, mix. And he needs somebody because they were showing when he was facing Bobby Lashley. You forget, but he was like a 4-time WWE champion, Royal Rumble winner, all these different things. But you can't really tell by looking at him. You know what I mean? Like he don't brag about his accolades like other wrestlers do, or I should say, get to brag about them. So I don't know why that is that way, but
Yeah,
I feel like people who has won the championship as much as he has, they usually get to talk about it on the mic and things like that. Keep constantly remind you, and he don't really get to do that, so you forget that he's done it. So it was just weird.
yeah, he's very, very decorated.
He wasn't even a leader in the League of Nations. Like it's just weird spots that he be in that I don't get. But they needed someone else in this so he wouldn't keep taking the falls, building up Drew and Bobby. So I don't know. They have to do that part better. But everything else, I don't have a problem with.
Yeah, hopefully something at Mania will happen for him, or post, or maybe we get him in the draft. I just feel like it looks like he's gonna get buried after this.
Well, if he loses to Matt Riddle, you could consider it a burial.
Yes, it's no country for Sheamus, man. That. Did we have anything else for Raw? I believe that is it.
No, I think it's just 3 weeks till Mania.
Yep.
I won't even be watching it.
Are you not gonna watch?
I don't have the Peacock. I'm gonna be streaming those sailing. Yeah,
Oh, come on. Hey, man, come on, man. I'm gonna slide through, man. I'm gonna slide through and have that. I'm gonna have that peacock. I mean,
All right.
yeah, we'll be out here. I bought a service the other day, $5. I'm not ashamed to admit that I did that. So there it is. Nothing from Abby, huh?
No. I may have insinuated that we wasn't having it, and then I never corrected it. So that's probably why he sent in. Because I honestly thought you were going to be off today. After I said something, you didn't respond for a while, and Drew responded, but you didn't. So I was like, well, shoot, maybe he is up in the sky. So I was, by then I never fixed it. So I had to make some moves after work and forgot about it.
It's all great. We know y'all was moving around. The day before you got something big going on. You know how that go. Gotta make sure everything is in order. But yeah, I'm out this thing tomorrow. So should be interesting. Should be fun. But since we don't have anything else,
Nope.
I will go ahead and close us out of this bad boy. My name is Total Mac, aka Sick Flair, aka TBD Mac, aka Metro Mac. Join me as well, Swervily, and also No Chill Drew. We are out this thing like a newborn. Y'all stay safe. If it's warm out, dress accordingly. You could get sick. And enjoy your weekend. The rest of your week. Till then, doses.